Yes, again, and we are back for episode number 85 and our second episode of today of the Swoopers podcast. We got a full house tonight after another blockbuster trade that just went down an hour ago. So we got Armani, aka La Liga. We got myself, Eric L. We got Josh, aka Capture the Flag and Race for Ace for 2025. Our special guest, we got Polo Keith. And we got
Thank
Ernest,
you, guys.
aka Ladoncic.
Yo, we working overtime
So,
today, yo.
Word. I was mad I
so,
couldn't jump on earlier.
so we got another blockbuster trade that just went down today. The Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, and the Chicago Bulls. So, De'Aaron Fox is officially a San Antonio Spurs. Kings trade De'Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs. Um, the Sacramento Kings they received Zach LaVine, and the Chicago Bulls they received Zach Collins and Kevin Herter in a three-team deal. And I'm just gonna pull up the more details of the trade. Uh, 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 hold on.
It's crazy out here.
All right, so the full trade goes like this: Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings get Zach LaVine, City Sissoko, three first-round picks, the 2025 Charlotte Hornets pick, the 2027 Spurs pick, the 2031 T-Wolves pick, and three second-round picks, which is the 2025 Bulls pick, the 2028 Nuggets pick, and they get their own second-round pick back in 2028. And the Bulls, they receive Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter, and their own 2025 pick from the San Antonio Spurs. So, what are your thoughts on this trade?
Um,
I just, man, I just like that the Spurs didn't have to give up Vassell or Castle in this deal. I do like the De'Aaron Fox and Wemby pairing. I feel like they have a good combination going on. Chicago Bulls, y'all just got one more person to get rid of, and that's Vucevic. But I just find it ironic how the Sacramento Queens paired DeMar and Zach LaVine up again. Like y'all didn't learn from that? Like, come on.
they're the Sacramento Bulls now. They're the Sacramento Bulls now.
Sacramento Bulls, exactly. And just no defense with that lineup or projected starting lineup. However you want to miss and match it, there's no defense whatsoever with the Sacramento Bulls. But an overall solid job by the Spurs, and I'm glad
Spurs.
that got taken care of real quick because there's still one other person like we all been waiting for to get traded. It's looking like at this point it may not happen, but I'm glad the whole De'Aaron Fox thing it didn't spill out and become messy. You know, they just got it done. So that's all I got to say about that.
And it's into a good up and coming team. We all know Wemby needed a point guard, and Chris Paul's done a great job there, but Chris Paul probably only played maybe another season or two. You have a point guard for the future, and they were able to keep Chris Paul too. So you got that leadership there, and you could probably play them together because you could play Fox at the two at times.
And you got a backup. You got a backup in Stephon Castle too.
Yeah, it was a great overall pickup. They got another All-Star. They haven't had an All-Star in San Antonio in quite a while. You know, I think it was a great pickup for them. The Sacramento Kings, you know, Kings gonna king. At the end of the day, you know, that was stupid. But nonetheless, I don't care. I don't like them anyway. It's my boys' team, Lundy. Your team is trash now. the Chicago Kings or whatever you want to call them.
The Sacramento Bulls.
The Sacramento Bulls is retarded. What is wrong with you? What? I would say this. Zach LaVine and DeRozan did not play bad together, but they were both very injury prone in and out the lineup. And I could say Fox is, for the most part, usually pretty healthy. And he's a lot younger. So I don't know why would you do this. Like, even if you're gonna trade him, I would have tried to go down a youth path. Then, like, I would ask for like Kobe White or something. You know?
And I do like that Fox and Wemby both have the same mindset because Wemby, like, you know, second year in the league, he's like, yo, I want to win. I ain't got time to waste. You know what I mean? Like, I understand I'm a generational talent, but like, I want to win. De'Aaron Fox is like cut from that same cloth too. You know, that's why he didn't sign that extension because he felt like the Sacramento Queens wasn't in a solid spot to like contend, and he made it. He told y'all from the jump. He was like, "Yo, I want to win. I want to be in a position where I can win." So just him and Wemby, like I said earlier, like that's a great combo, and I'm here for it.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. This trade, just a lot of, just too many dumb franchises.
I agree.
That
Minnesota,
or GMs, I should say, because
Kings
the Kings.
looking
That's
like
your
Dallas.
return for Fox. The return for Fox, getting
Coulda
back
got better.
Levine, and then having a nucleus of Levine, Monk, DeRozan, and Sabonis is an interesting
The Nets
nucleus.
could have
Like,
the Nets would have gave you better for that, bro. You could have got some first round draft picks and Cam Thomas or Cam.
I don't
Johnson.
and then even the first that they got back are not like great first. Like people will go look at 2025 Charlotte. That's lottery protected. They're not getting that, and it conveys to 2 seconds. So this is a fake first that they got. On top of that, they didn't even get their first back. They traded. They traded their first. And people don't remember when they got DeRozan, they traded their first to the Spurs.
Who,
so
Chicago?
they could get the Kings.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Chicago got their pick back, but yes, they did.
Yeah.
They traded their 2030 first to the Spurs so the Spurs could take Harrison Barnes' contract. They didn't even get that back. What was the point in all this? What was you discussing? That's why I don't get the Bulls. The Bulls just doing what they have to do.
The only thing, real quick, the only valuable thing that they got was that 2031 Minnesota pick. But still, like, that's so far down the line, you know.
Might as well get yours if it's so far. That's what I'm saying. Like,
right? Yeah.
Why are you even giving me this fake Charlotte pick? Why are we even talking about that? Give me my shit back.
Yeah,
I agree. The Bulls are smart. Smart move.
The Bulls is kind of smart, but bad asset management at this point. Like, I know you got your pick back, but you waited too long for your team is too far to catch up with certain teams in this tank race. And it's like that. It's great getting your pick back, but that pick is probably most likely gonna be like 9. And it's just like, okay, whatever. So that's why I just think that's just bad asset management by the Bulls, and you probably gonna see a return like this for them with Vucevic too. And it's just like, okay, man. Trey Jones, another point guard on the roster. Whatever, you know. So it's like whatever. The Spurs are the only one that got like an A+, man.
What's crazy is with Chicago, when they traded DeMar DeRozan, no first. When they traded Zach LaVine, obviously no first. So they got their own first back, but you know they didn't get no additional first. And they traded Caruso, they got no first for OKC.
Giddy.
Yeah, they got Giddy.
Like, so I'm confused. So listen, man. Sean Marks, I kind of apologize. Like you, at least you get your first. You don't play about
Sean Marks.
You don't play about your picks, man. We got 6 from McHale. We got 6 from McHale, man.
At least he ain't doing no stupid trades like that.
We got 1 for Luka.
Come on, man.
Listen, I'm really bewildered behind these trades, because it's like, okay, I think I know what Chicago's trying to do. At least they're trying to come out of this mediocrity. You know, Zach LaVine been there for a long time, been injured. I don't know what they're gonna do with Lonzo Ball. They could probably get something off of him.
They're probably gonna buy him out.
And that's fine. Somebody with a contender might pick him up because of that.
If he gets bought out, he can go to Sacramento.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
And they can reunite the whole thing.
Going to the Clippers.
Nah, I wouldn't go there.
Why would they make that move, Ernest? Come on. He going to the Clips, man.
Well, we don't need that. No, hell no, we don't need that.
James Harden?
Please, no.
Nah.
Because now you know what's crazy, because you know what's gonna be now, right? Like, all right, everybody gotta start loading up because you got Luka. You get as much defenders as you can. You know,
I ain't gonna lie. You know what would be a good space for him to go to, even though it's a losing franchise. But I think Lonzo need like a real build up. Washington, they need a leader.
You gonna send him there to die?
Look what look what happened to Kuzma. Kuzma used to be a legit rotation player.
But he's never a leader.
He's shooting 58% from the free throw line.
From the free throw line.
That never happened before.
Yes,
the culture is terrible there, bro.
What are y'all talking about? He's shooting 58% from the free throw line.
Yeah, go look it up.
Listen to me.
Go look it up.
Listen to me. Kyle Kuzma is shooting 58% from the free throw line.
What?
Yes.
Go look it up.
We're not joking, bro.
Well, he hasn't played like that. Like, wait, that has to be approved.
Exactly.
No.
I'm telling you.
I agree.
Sometimes,
I agree.
At this point, don't be like that team. Don't be like that.
No. All right. This is what I'm trying to say. I agree with what you're saying. It's a bad culture.
His numbers are crazy.
Right. I agree with
you. Yeah, it's a bad culture. Yeah.
It's a bad culture. But sometimes one player can change a culture sometimes. And I've seen that. Like Jason Kidd, when he came to the Nets was ass. We were the worst team in the NBA. He came, he changed us.
Well, here's the thing. The Wizards don't have a Kenya Martin waiting for Jason Kidd.
No, I'm not comparing ball to that. But I'm saying is maybe his injuries, what he's been going through, like he came back to the Bulls. Bulls started winning. Since he came back. He's not even playing that much minutes. But I feel like sometimes you need like a good leader in the locker room who could also help
that team,
play
bro.
make. He could play make for a ball for a pool. He could get Kuzma back going. He played with Kuzma.
I get that angle though, but I think they don't want that.
Yeah,
as much as you saying that, them getting wins is a travesty to them.
No. But what I'm saying is, at this point, no matter how much wins he provided, and the trade will be if the buy-in wouldn't be literally for this season, the future season. Like maybe they might get a good pick. Maybe they get Cooper. Just to put that in. You have a point guard because Poole's not a point guard. He's a scoring two. Maybe he could help out.
Lloyd Banks.
That's Lloyd Banks in the chat.
Lloyd Banks
in the chat.
What's up, Banks?
What up, Banks?
What's good?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that I'm just saying sometimes you just need a player to revamp because I don't think you want to be this bad. You want people to want to come. You want people to want to come. No. This year, obviously, they're tanking this year. But I'm talking about after this year.
I wish this was us.
We've been losing pretty badly, buddy.
Y'all just beat the Rockets.
Look where we are.
Yeah, we won. Yeah, we won. We've been winning. We won that game, but we lost like 3 in a row before that. Bro, we still suck, bro.
But this is not about us. This episode not about us.
We suck. Okay, but I'm cool with that. But I'm saying going towards the future, you still gotta have placement players for the future.
Yeah, you gotta have it. Yeah.
Like veterans, guys who've been through things.
That's what Brogdon there for, though.
Yeah, I would rather ball. You can have ball and Brogdon though, to be fair. But I'm just saying you need some adults on Washington. They don't have no adults out there. Kuzma's not an adult. Poole's not an adult. There's no adults out there, and that's
Valanciunas.
Come on, nobody listens to European players. They don't even understand. Come on, let's be. Only ones they listen to is the ones who are threatening, like Adams, and they don't listen to him either.
He's from Australia, right?
You're right, but that's close enough. Close enough. Shoot, y'all saw Chris Paul go at it with Giannis. Nobody respects the foreigners, man. Get it out of here. Chris Paul old and washed. Would have got washed up by Giannis. He still was talking trash like he was nothing.
Amen.
Hey, listen. I just think obviously it is a good deal for. I mean, A+ for San Antonio. They still have a myriad of picks.
Yeah, they got some.
They haven't touched yet, right?
San Antonio, come get Claxton and Cam Johnson. Fill out that starting five.
No, that'll be an insane starting five.
Claxton and Wemby, that's mad block shots.
Yeah,
I want to see that. I want to see that.
So in hindsight,
the slimmest twin towers ever, though.
So in hindsight, like obviously this helps the Spurs right now, and it helps them obviously down the line in the future. So
Yeah,
you
it was great.
really can't, and you got to respect it because they know that Wemby ain't here to kiss babies and shake hands, and he's trying to win. He wants to win. And after the first year of losing, he was like, "Yeah, this ain't what I'm used to."
Right. And
so
as a big man, he has a small window to win because big men get injured pretty young,
right,
early, and
right.
he's one of them flimsy ones too. So
Yeah,
he's
not trying to waste no time.
He's
not trying to waste no time, and you got to respect the organization. Obviously, things like this fell into their lap because Fox had one destination. It was San Antonio, right? Who knows if that was never the case? Would San Antonio be aggressive enough to go out and get a star like that? But needless to say,
they made it happen.
Yeah, they made it happen, and the opportunity fell to their knees, and also respect for them for going for it right now instead of saying we could wait, because they could have been like, we're not in a rush. He only wants to come to us. We don't got to give up nothing, But
and they didn't really and they really didn't give up nothing.
They really didn't, yeah. So smart for them. On the Bull side, I mean,
it's average.
It's average. I felt like you could have gotten more. They waited too long.
Yeah, I
agree. For one, and then for two, I think they also were overvaluing Zach at a certain point in time. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't think they could have got more now. They could have got more. Yeah,
exactly.
I think this what they got is what they were able to get.
Right, and getting their pick back was super important to them because now you can go full on tank and try to get the best pick that you can. I just think they're a little too far out right now to be like top 3, but they can get within the top 10 at least, and it's a very deep draft this year. And then Sacramento, I mean, it's what they're trying to do is save face with the fan base. So you lose your franchise guy, and you commit to the second fiddle, which is Sabonis. And you kind of try to build around him in a sense.
I think they're gonna move him.
At least for right now, I don't see it yet, but you never know.
He should have been traded.
If Luka Doncic gets traded and Anthony Davis gets traded, anybody is up for grabs. So that's what that tells me.
I'm still amazed. I'm still
anybody except for Bronny James and LeBron.
I would say this, man. It shows you the difference between championship franchises and middle of the road. The Lakers did a championship move. The Spurs did a championship move. Middle of the road teams do bad moves.
And you would think the Sacramento Queens will learn from this.
Right. Sacramento did it. Minnesota did it with letting Cat go. It's like, that's 2 teams that were doing up and starting and were good in the playoffs the past 2-3 years. And they made unrash moves. And Dallas is looking like that too, because think about this. You had Brunson. Look how we do with the Knicks. You had Luka. You got to the finals. Porzingis, you've been mismanaging talent. So now, what are you guys doing? And then and then the excuse they made, which I agree with the excuse, but you don't trade Anthony Davis in that same excuse. You said, okay, you don't want him because he doesn't take care of himself on the offseason, which is valid. He's been getting injured a little bit lately, also valid. Makes sense. But clearly it was bigger than that, because the same person you traded for just a year ago said, I didn't touch a basketball all off season. And he's always injured since he's been drafted. Now he's in better shape. He's in better shape than him. He doesn't ever be out of shape. I'll say that. But you just traded for a person who has some of the same ailments outside of
and the Lakers, to your point about what championship teams do, like the Lakers have foresight, because again, like I said off air, like the Lakers were literally in the middle of the road trying to figure out their next move, because you have LeBron's retirement looming. You don't know who your next star is going to be. You're trying to figure out, is AD going to be the next guy to carry us through? Who do we pair it with AD? How long is this rebuild going to take? Is he going to get frustrated over time? He doesn't have much time. They had to, and someone came to them and said, yo, we have a 25-year-old, 5-time All-NBA player that we're willing to gift to you for Anthony Davis.
Give me it. Give me.
So now I have a person
Yeah.
that can.
Still a
I have a
player.
guy that plays like LeBron, also can learn like from LeBron, and also too, I got him for cheaper because he's not eligible for the Supermax. And 3, he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. Luka is bro. Luka is gonna be on some different timing.
LeBron gonna be like, listen, put the cigarettes down. This is basketball.
Yo, you see that video where Michael Finley took the beer can out of his hand?
Oh yeah.
Listen,
you know
LeBron's gonna take him to Germany one weekend, and the same doctor that Kobe saw, that Kawhi saw, we're gonna get Luka in shape.
That was a sign, the first sign that went over everybody's head that Luka's outside curricular activity is a bigger problem than we think it is. Because for you to give up on a person who just got you to the finals he was an MVP candidate last year. Like he was like number 3 in the picks.
Yep, number 3.
Anthony Davis has never been MVP candidate that high. He's been in the top 10 maybe, but he's never been number 3 or 2.
And a potential MVP.
Yeah,
you know?
and if you think about this on his own credibility, when he was on the Pelicans, his teams had marginal success at best. He only made the playoffs twice without LeBron. At least Luka Doncic has been in the league, 5-6 seasons? He's been in the playoffs at least 4 of those seasons. At least 4 of those seasons he's been in the playoffs. You know? That's a better foresight. That's a better leadership record. And then been to the finals, not just the first round.
Like people forget who he dragged to the finals. And like Kyrie didn't have a great series, you know? So
but that team is not all that. That wasn't all that team, and he got him to the finals.
Right.
Oh no, in a
that's what I'm saying.
Conference.
Exactly. And then now with the Lakers again having that foresight, now they have a 2-time. Now like there's no like we skip over the rebuild. Like it's strictly we go from LeBron and AD to LeBron and Luka,
right,
and then to Luka and whoever.
And even if you do rebuild, he's still fine. He's only 25.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because in my mind, the Lakers are in a win-win in 2 scenarios. If you build with him and LeBron, you could fit some players to get over there.
Yeah.
If you decide to go away from LeBron altogether, like say, well, all right, we're going to trade LeBron. LeBron's going to be worth so many pieces and whatever. You're still good. You know, like say, because what if LeBron don't want to play with Luka? He said, "Oh, I want to go somewhere else, or send me to Cleveland, or God knows what. I'm about to retire out there." You guys are still good. Like it's like it's one of those.
They just basically reset the timeline.
Yeah, they put the Lakers put themselves in the driver's seat and not in the we want to do only what makes LeBron happy.
Yeah,
we're gonna do what makes the franchise happy. Hopefully, LeBron will be happy with that. And if he's not, we still good. We still good.
Because they according to the reports and everything I heard, LeBron didn't know about it.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I think what LeBron may have known about is I'm pretty sure they probably told him we're shopping Anthony Davis. He probably knew that.
Yeah, but they didn't probably tell him for who.
They didn't tell him for who. Nobody knew that. That was because who would sell their franchise player who just got to the finals 2 years ago.
And what's crazy
for a Scottie Pippen.
What's crazy about it is teams were upset because they were like, "Yo, if Luka was getting shopped, we could have gave you a way better deal than what you got."
That's why I knew that was one of those.
A lot of teams are like pissed off because they didn't have a chance to get at this, and and that's why, to your point, there's a bigger issue. That Luka had to request out. He had to leave or say like.
I don't think so.
It's just, but it's just weird. It's just weird that it's one destination.
You know why? We know why.
I think they had a fallout. And I think they had a fallout, and probably in the mix because all of a sudden they reported that he weighs 270 now, and then like all the slanders.
Come on, man.
So I think they had a falling out, and he probably was like, "Man, this is my franchise. I'm sure that is just." You don't just
bro. They try to say he look like Cardi.
No, I'm saying I don't think Luka acts out at all. I don't think it's that.
Oh yeah, I don't think that. I don't think so.
We already know what it is. We broke it down. Nico Harrison is cool with Rob Pelinka, man.
But it's like
they known each other for years.
Yeah, they
so
have.
It's like if he's in his head, he's like, yo, if
Good
I'm
thing
gonna
Mark
trade
Cuban don't own
one
that
of
team
my
no
better
more. He'd
guys,
have been looking crazy.
if I'm gonna trade one of my better guys, I'm gonna tell my mans first before anybody else in the league.
Oh, I'm
so he went to his
that.
mans first.
It was like, yo, what's up? Before I call this team,
yeah,
let me holler at you.
Right.
You want Luka? Just give me AD and we good.
That's what happened.
Right.
And but Rob was like, you that ass?
And Adam Silver, you should exile him from the league because that's crazy.
What?
Yo, but to be fair, devil, this means devil advocate in the whole scenario and saying that's not the case. Realistically, how many players? Because you also got to factor in they were also looking for fit too. Who you could really trade Luka for in the NBA? Like it would be a pair player. Like, all right, it's easy to say Luka's a top 5 player in the NBA, at least from last year's standings, right? It's only Giannis, Joker, Tatum, Anthony Edwards, and I don't even know who the 5th person may be because that might be an interchangeable that you would trade him.
What about KD?
Nah, he's a little older.
Shea.
Nah. He's a little older because you got to factor age
Shea?
to this. Shea. So Shea. I don't think
like you would do that.
Yeah, Shea. I don't think any of
if
those
I'm
5
OKC,
teams,
I won't.
I don't think any of those 5 teams will part away with their guys. So I
think Milwaukee would though. Well, actually, no. Yeah, not for Giannis.
Parting away from Luka. For Giannis, they're not parting away.
They
will lose their fan
Does
base.
Minnesota do it?
Minnesota might.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they did trade Carl Towns, so
yeah, they would. All
right, bigger question.
Yeah.
Does Golden State?
They might
trade Steph for Luka?
Trade Curry for
Luka?
No.
All-Star.
They don't pound them like, yo.
Yeah,
I think they
will.
Well, I said like this.
I think they will.
I think they.
You think they would, Eric?
Yes.
What I think they would do, they would stop and think about it. They would stop and think about it. But they wouldn't do it though. They wouldn't do it. They would do it.
The main reason why
you can go back with Clay.
You know why?
Yeah, I think they would.
All-Star Weekend is in San Francisco this year. Is in 2 weeks.
I'll be like, Finch, I'll be okay.
You would no. You would immediately get booed at All-Star Weekend because Steph Curry is
You trade
he's
Steph.
Gonna be the
because like here's the thing.
Attendance is gonna go down for at least 3 weeks unless Luka is balling out.
There's only 2 guys,
and he's injured right now, so he's not even playing.
And here's the thing, bro.
Nah,
there's only 2 guys in the NBA that are economies. That is LeBron and that is Steph. You take them away.
There's a third one. There's a third player who's an economy, but only amongst the Africans and the Greeks.
Oh, well,
Giannis,
yes. I'm just saying as
come out for him and them Greek people.
Oh yeah, facts.
Globally.
Yeah, they come out.
But like you see what happened with the Cleveland when LeBron left. Like the economy, like he decimated a whole damn city. You can't take Steph. You can't. Yeah, Steph has to act to leave.
Luka there,
nah. It's not enough. It's good, but it's not enough.
Warrior fans will be hurt, but then they were like, "But guys, we got a 24-year-old NBA guy."
I would say this: Golden State will embrace. They will embrace him eventually, but
just not this season.
Definitely not this season. Unless if he was able to will him to the finals,
drag him to the playoffs, they go be all right, bro. Steph couldn't do this right now.
Steph is borderline dragging him to the playoffs. So it's like this. It'd be the same. It'd be the same thing. It just they're not gonna. It's more than that. It's more than that. You can't just do stuff like that. You can't do him like AD. You can't do him like that. You gotta give. He gotta demand a trade, or Golden State gotta come up to him and be like, listen, we're not building around you no more. We're gonna go away. Where do you want to go? And we'll make some miracles happen for you. Now they're gonna send him where he want to go.
You can't ask him that because he's gonna say he want to play with LeBron.
He's gonna.
But
Exactly.
no. But what I'm saying, they could do like
Exactly.
they could do like a 3-team nonsense. You see, it was a 3-team nonsense for them. They had Utah Jazz got into that trade for that trade to happen. So they would do something like that. They would do something like that for him if he got traded in Golden State. They're not just sending him.
But if you're Mike Dunleavy, you want to make sure you want to get the best deal and the best value out of that trade. So
This
absolutely.
Because I don't think he'll probably suggest it to Steph, but he's gonna be shopping around, looking at other places to see, okay, what can I get from this and that. So it's a give and take.
So how do y'all feel about Luka being in LA? Do y'all feel like this is the best destination for his career at this point? Because he's in a crossroads with his health and his franchise betraying him. And what do y'all think would be his future steps with the LA Lakers? Like, what should something he should do?
I believe sky's the limit for Luka, because especially just how everything unfolded, him being like blindsided by the trade, and all these reports coming out talking about he's fat and his conditioning, and it's like, yo, if I'm Luka, I'm like, yo, bro, I just took you out to the NBA Finals last year, and like we just went through his teammates and everything. Like, you had guys on that team who didn't play so good, and he was still able to make it. Remember, when the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets, we had the Wolves going to the finals. We didn't have Dallas going to the finals.
I wanted him to go to finals.
Right. And Luka, and remember, game one, all right, Dallas won that comfortably, right? And then game two, Minnesota was supposed to win that game, and Dallas and Luka hit that step back three over Gobert to put them in the driver's seat. So if I'm Luka, I'm just like, yo, like, I gave this all to y'all. I'm putting up generational performances. Remember, he dropped 73 last year. Remember, a couple seasons ago, he had a 60-point triple-double against the Knicks. So, like, a player like that don't come often. So I believe sky's the limit, and I believe he's experienced these things. It's just like, you know what? I'm going to ball out in L.A. Of course, he looked up to Kobe. Remember, Kobe, the last time we seen Kobe, God rest his soul, the last time we seen Kobe came out to watch the Mavericks play the Lakers. He was talking trash and Luka's language to him. Like, there's some sort of connection, like, right there. That already says itself. You know what I mean? So, like,
last time I saw Kobe, he was at Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We was there with the door.
Oh,
it was beautiful.
Yeah, fair.
You remember that?
Yes, absolutely.
With the arena sold out, right, Josh? The arena was sold out.
Absolutely.
It was for the haters.
And if I'm Luka, like, he already changed his profile picture to Kobe and Gigi on his Twitter page. So it's like, yo, like, yeah, it's real. It's real. So if I'm coming to LA, I'm coming with a chip on my shoulder, man. Especially I'm with Braun, somebody who I get a lot of comparisons to. And then on top of that, you look up in the Raptors, you got Kobe jersey and you got Magic jersey, who gets a lot of comparisons to Luka. So I'm just like, yo, like, hey, I gotta ball out. And we went through it earlier on the show that we did earlier. Everybody that we received, and like, well, besides Dwight, but like, everybody we received in like a trade or like free agency off season signing, we was able to get them a championship. And if I'm Luka, I'm like, yo, I'm not experiencing nothing less than that.
I agree. What about you, E? What you feel?
It's going to be real interesting to see how he starts to ramp up after this trade, because he's been out since Christmas. So now this is something that there's this thing that he's going to like start ramping up his recovery. He wants to get back on the court as soon as possible, and I think there's a big chip on his shoulder about how everything happened, just like out of nowhere. And I just think that the way the GM of the Mavericks, Nico, described it, it was like, so how can I say, dismissive? But it's like it's the business of the NBA. So and now which lends us to everyone's not safe. Any big name can be
nobody's
traded,
safe.
So. Yeah. So I think this trade is going to have a domino effect on the entire league.
Mhm.
Even
You know what it is? You know
for
it's crazy though.
even a trade deadline and also the off season because the salary cap's gonna go up. Now more teams gonna have more wiggle room in the salary cap in the books, so they can now afford to maybe they can afford to wait until the draft or maybe after the season to like, hey, okay, we got such and such and such. We need to clear our books to get under the second apron, get on the first apron. We might have to move some pieces. So a lot of teams are going to have a lot of tough discussions and tough conversations about their roster.
You know what's crazy is picking me off of what you said because it's true. It was the domino effect, but I feel like it was the second domino. The first domino is not to compare it to it, but it's kind of similar. Was the Miami Heat thing with Jimmy Butler, like where
Mhm.
Pat Riley didn't pack down to his player over a contract. It's kind of similar what's going on in Dallas, but it was quiet with theirs. But clearly, they was like, listen, I don't think we could win with him to the future, which I still feel like is a little bit of a mistake. But they see something we don't see, and they're experiencing something we don't know. So maybe in the grand scheme of things, it goes with even what Monty says. The sky's the limit because it's a new surroundings. He's playing with a true professional in LeBron, and a lot of times, like I'm not saying Kyrie Irving wasn't a professional, but it's a different kind of guy. You know, he played with Dirk, also a different kind of guy, and he's played
Mhm.
with I guess Porzingis, but he
True
was also young
professional.
with him. Yeah.
Mhm.
So but you're gonna get three different perspectives of greatnesses in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron James is really dedicated to his body and his physical craft as much of his skill, and that's gonna be something he can learn. I'm pretty sure even when he played with Kyrie, he probably got to see a new level of skill working out of. And then Dirk is obviously a European icon, so he got to play with him for a little spell. So he got to see those kind of different things. And then you get a new city, LA, warm weather. Um, Diddy's in jail, so we ain't got to worry about Luca at them Diddy parties. Um, listen,
Did I
Luca
just hear
like
Diddy party?
Luca like the party. Luca, and you got to tell Luca no, and you got to tell him no. you see, Michael Finley took the beer. You think LeBron ain't gonna take the beer from him?
Yo, did somebody say Luca Dominican because he smokes hookah or something like that?
Yeah,
Did
yep.
somebody say that?
So
If he would have came to New York, oh my God, the debauchery.
just got to update some from Shams. So this is involving Jimmy Butler. It says that the Suns are the only team Jimmy Butler is willing to sign a long-term extension with. Butler will say no to every destination except for Phoenix as they tirelessly work to acquire the Heat star, winging a 4 or 5 team deal this week.
Jimmy
Tirelessly is
Butler's
crazy.
retarded. They about to
Four
send
or
Jimmy Butler.
five team trade.
That's
Four or
crazy, bro.
five
Uh,
team
you
deal.
know
Like
what it
what?
is? I I see them sending. I see them sending Jimmy Butler to a hole in the wall. Who's trying to tank and is gonna let him just go. They're gonna probably send him
Watch
to
out
Washington.
for
They're
New
gonna send him to
Orleans.
Washington.
I think New Orleans is going to be in the mix because
I'll
they
be
just
one
lost
year
Brennan.
rental.
they just lost DeJounte Murray for the rest of the year. They don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Obviously, I don't think they're going to bring back Brandon Ingram next season, so he's a free agent this offseason. Uh,
Tank mode, bro.
Zion's situation is murky. Stuff could get real crazy in the next couple of days.
1 year rental like Kawhi. 1 year rental,
Could be. I
but
mean,
not no
Hey,
but
that's
no
what
Maybe.
that's
championship.
what it's looking like.
Honestly, there's some teams that should take that chance though. Like maybe I don't see if they would send him. I wouldn't. I don't think they would do it. But let's say if they sent him to OKC. I know that was rumored. I don't see them being mad at that. And I don't think he would just leave OKC. If you get to play with somebody like Shea, you're not gonna just leave. Um, if they sent him to Philly, because I know that was another rumored team. I don't see him just leaving either. So I think he's just doing that because he's trying to. I don't think he don't like not having control over his destiny clearly, and like I said, the control is no longer in his driver's seat. Pat Riley took all the power away, and Jimmy Butler acting a little just childish. And I think both of them being childish. To be fair, they both were being childish in this scenario. because this could have been handled way different.
Extremely childish.
Well, and
I think
also Milwaukee is looking to make
they were
some
rumored to
moves,
trade, but I don't think that.
but not for Jimmy Butler. I'm just saying in general, they're looking to make some moves after
be
the loss
crazy.
to Memphis tonight.
3 in a row.
Yeah, they're now it's unbecoming that Giannis is the word is antsy.
Oh yeah. Yo, if we get a surprise Giannis trade before Thursday, this is the greatest trade deadline.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Hands down.
Oh,
I think it already
definitely,
is.
definitely.
It already is.
It
already
looks like
is.
it is.
Yeah, cause you're right. It beats when KD and Kyrie got traded.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And remember when Melo got traded to the Knicks? That was fire too.
Yeah. But no, we just seen 2 young franchise players get traded in back-to-back days. So this is already beating all of those because KD was older, Kyrie was older. You know, they weren't 20-something years old. We seeing 20-something-year-old players who are just having recent success, just getting shipped off, and with no second guess, Like, all right, he's out of here. But I think this is the owners and the GMs just trying to get control over the players, because I think in the past, and I watched Gilbert Davis talk about this. Back in the day, I guess the GMs had more power because the money mattered to the players a little more. Now almost everybody's super rich, so it doesn't matter as much. Like you can't gaslight nobody for no extra $5 million. You can't even gaslight them for an extra $100 million if you're already getting $200. You know what I'm saying? Because in their mind, they're like, I'm gonna just get in an endorsement anyway. So now they're just trying to control the ship of at least where you gonna play, and that's the only power they really have now. Or you're not gonna play for this franchise anymore. But this is interesting. This is definitely the best trade deadline I've ever seen. I was shocked both times. I was middle of the night shocked, and also on my way home shocked. And I'm like, oh, what's going on in this world?
Ario called me. There's mad stuff going on in the background. He's like, yo, y'all doing this stream? I'm like, bro, we trying to cook up something right now. So
yeah, I said, y'all jumping on. I gotta jump on.
I'm gonna let y'all know, yo, Susus Nation. I gotta sign off early. I gotta go back to my job.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Stay up, y'all. I will be keeping my ears to it while I'm sleeping, man. Hopefully, no other trade happened, man. Yo, Armani, I'm sorry I didn't pick up last night, bro. I'm a stone sleeper. Bro.
I said, ain't no way Josh is this slump, bro. I said, bro, you gotta wake up, bro.
Stone sleeper, bro. So,
bro, I was 2 seconds away from this. I was 2 seconds away from where Josh was at. My cousin called me twice. I said, I thought it was emergency. I said, what happened? He said, you seen the trade? I said, he said, Luka for Anthony Davis. I said, man, that's fake news, bro. That ain't happening. He said, go on Instagram right now. It was on every publication, even the
and you know what's crazy?
Sports like that.
You know what's crazy? Like real quick before we all sign off, the WNBA trade deadline, not the trade deadline, but the offseason has been pretty wild. Like it's been wild. And then the NBA was NBA was like, nah, sit this one out real quick. Because the fever.
But look, speaking of WNBA, show is coming soon on that. There's so much to cover, so much been happening, especially with the Unravel thing that's going on right now too. I know it's been kind of interfering in a way because you still got NBA games coming on national television. So that episode is coming real soon. So stay tuned.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
that being said,
we'll be back in the next 30 minutes. We'll be back in the next 30 minutes, y'all, because I'm sure another trade is gonna happen like the Drake and Meek Mill beef. Boy, it's just bong. As soon as you thought it was over, they coming out with songs.
It's feel like the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Yeah, it's like
Family Matters. Then Meet the Greats.
Man.
2 more for you.
And y'all see he won a Grammy for Not Like Us. That's gotta be the first time in hip hop history a diss track won a Grammy. This is crazy.
Drake won a Grammy
Back-to-back one? I thought it was just
Yeah,
nominated.
back-to-back. Yeah, back-to-back won a Grammy. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just nominated. I didn't know he won that.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you might be right. You might be
I
right.
think he was just not. He was
I think it was.
nominated.
I think it was nominated. I
No,
don't
he
know if
won.
it won. He
He
won,
won 3
right?
Grammys
He
today.
won?
He won 3
No, we
Grammys
talking about
today.
Drake.
No,
We
I'm talking about Drake for back to back. Did he win that?
No, I think he was just nominated.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time a
this
diss
should be the
track ever
first
won.
one. That's yo.
Damn. This is the greatest. In my opinion, I'm a little older, but this is the greatest. That was the greatest battle, and probably since Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Because of the modern take on it. Even though the Pusha T and Drake was good, but this was even because it was more back and forth. It was
even the Dipset Rockefeller shit was all right too. Like, but yeah,
it was made. It was really Cam versus Jay-Z. But that was
but it was just funny. Like the Killer Season stuff was just hilarious.
Yeah. Jay-Z wasn't really rapping back at him, so it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
He was just subbing him and other people. You know how Jay-Z do. When he feel like he above you, he gonna give you some crazy subs.
Like, I'm too good to address you peasants, so I'll just indirectly diss you.
Yeah. That's how you give it up. That's how you gotta say Nas should feel worthy that Jay-Z actually responded because everybody else got subs.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Rockefeller's the Army, Betty at the Navy.
Yeah.
He sent Beans and Young Chris after you back in them days. At Freeway.
Yeah, not facts. Facts.
On you. That was some good days, though.
Facts. He has to see you as a worthy adversary. But yeah.
All right. But yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in to this emergency episode. Stay tuned to what's going on right now. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff, man. Content is out there, man. So join us. Let's talk some hoops. Great conversations going on right now. Y'all be good.
All right.
All right.
Peace.